Oh, Aaron, disappointing afternoon this afternoon for yourself. What are your first thoughts on the match?
Yeah, utterly disappointing. Effort today was insipid and it won't be accepted. Probably a poor fortnight, to be honest. So not extremely happy right now.
As a positive, I thought your second quarter was really great. You guys kicked 2 and managed to hold Launceston to 2. What do you put that down to, that second quarter?
Probably luck, because I don't think we competed at all for 4 quarters. Second of the footy, unable to follow basic, simple instructions. So.
I thought, despite the score of Launceston, that your defensive effort was still pretty good. Do you guys think you're falling down all over the ground, like a lack of effort, or do you put it down to a midfield or a forward line issue?
Our back line were under the pump extremely today. 66 inside 50s. So around about that, 66 inside 50s for Launceston. And any time you put your defence under that much pressure, you're not going to win too many games of footy. Our stoppage work was, as I said, deplorable. We got absolutely smashed at stoppages. And our forward pressure, again, wasn't up to the standard we expect.
I thought Tyler Carter was really good in defence, especially in the first half. Mitch was really good as well, but what can you tell us about Tyler? I guess he's not as well known as Mitch if you're talking about Carter.
Yeah, he's played a couple of years of senior footy now, so he's probably the only player that probably won his position today. So I reckon he had 1 win and 21 losses across the ground today. Yeah, he's a versatile player. He can play forward. He can pinch hit in the ruck as well, and he just continues to grow and continues to improve. So I was pretty happy with his input today.
I thought Lockie Clifford's tackle pressure was pretty good. I thought he was probably beaten, but still played a pretty good game for you guys. Yeah,
look, we can say tackle pressure, but that's probably because we're second in the footy. I think I don't think any of our midfield won their position today. Tackle pressures if you're playing second in the footy, a lot of it. So, especially through your midfield, we want to be first in winning the footy and winning the contested ball, and we didn't do that at any stage today.
You guys blooded a couple of new players in Cohen and Ben Graham today. What were your thoughts on their efforts?
Yeah, look, I thought Ben Graham was, for his first game, young kid, played a few games in the 2 and put about 3 or 4 games. So he earned his opportunity today, and look, he was probably one that was actually a lot cleaner with the footy than some of the senior blokes. So he played pretty well, and Toby Cohen, his first game, he's a quality Mariner player as well. And look, it probably took him a while to get into the game, but I think he started to show a bit of what he's about, and he'll only get better from the run and as he grows into some more senior footy games.
Where to for you guys here, Aaron? How are you going to look to address some of these second half fade outs and second to the football efforts?
Look, we'll look at that in-house when we're just digesting it now, but it's a real area we've got to improve, because we want to try and pride ourselves on not being the ability to be outworked as much as what we were today. So we'll put some time on that as a coaching group, and we'll review that.
Having played 6 matches, are you ahead or behind of sort of where you thought you might be at, or where you'd hope to be at this stage?
We're probably behind now. A couple of weeks ago I would have said we're probably where we wanted to be. I think we let our supporters down extremely today. We expect to win these kind of games, especially at home, travelling teams at home, and we're trying to shug certain tags about us, but I think we fell back into old habits today, which was disappointing.
Brandon Batchelor was injured against Lauderdale last week. What can you tell us about the extent of that injury?
Yeah, look, he's in a moon boot, so probably won't have surgery, so he'll probably be about 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah. Who do you expect to sort of step up in that forward role? You had Hugh Dixon back today.
Yep. Look, it was probably, as it got wet, probably wasn't an ideal day for the 12 forwards, but they contested well, but just have blokes at the fall of the footy, and another area we've got to improve, because we got beaten comprehensively across the whole ground. So.
No worries. Sam, congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
What are your first thoughts having come off the ground?
Yeah, it was a positive result for the footy club. There's no doubt about that. Really happy to travel. It's the longest travel for us we probably do, and to get the result that we did today was fantastic, and really a good result for our playing group and some reward for the work they've been doing.
You guys sort of had about an even sort of 2-goal each second quarter. Was that a bit concerning for you coming into the rooms at half time?
Yeah, definitely. We come in pretty frustrated at half time, and a big focus to make sure that we just go back to what we key focuses are. And at times you overcomplicate it, but it was really just getting the basics right and making sure we outnumbered the footy and win the contest, and then spread and work from there. So I thought the way we played the second half and to keep the opposition to 1 point after half time and to win by 81 points is a fantastic result, and it just shows we've got some good characters at the footy club.
Yep. Sonny Whiting popped back up after a couple of quiet weeks with 6 today. What do you think of his efforts?
Yeah, I think Sonny's always dangerous one-on-one. I probably, from a club or team point of view, I really think it's the way the ball moves into the forward line and then really gives him a good look at it. So, our backs set up really well and started to intercept and rebound footy from defensive 50, which, when it's coming out of the back line like that, it gives your forwards every opportunity to take mark and kick goals, and Sonny was on the end of them today.
I thought there's a few lesser known names outside of the club who were really good today, especially Williams in defence.
Yep.
What did you think of his game?
Yeah, Stu's been great. I think he's been on the cusp of really breaking through it and playing some good footy. He's a good size. He's got some I guess athletic ability that just adds a different dimension to our back line. So it was fantastic to see him get a result and get a good game under his belt.
I thought Casey Brown and Jake Smith were also really good for you guys. What can you tell us about them?
Yeah, Casey's obviously one of our Mariners, so left out of the Mariners in the last 2 weeks, so that's his second game in for the year. I really think his third quarter was unbelievable. The way he was intercept marking and rebounding and then entering inside 50 with precision at times was fantastic. And just again, a different backman with a little bit of a different dimension adds the speed and the intercept mark capability. So fantastic game. Jake Smith's been around the mark now most of the year. I think he hasn't had a game under 25 disposals, and he's come out and had another 25 today. So for him to play footy and just get those numbers consistently is probably a very good step forward for him and where he's at his age to be able to do that consistently.
Yeah. I thought you probably had your best game of the year today, Sam. What did you think? Not to blow your own trumpet, but what did you think?
No, I felt good today. It's one of those ones where obviously 5 games in before this one and having 12 months out, you've got some battles to make sure you get right. And today was the first game, other than the Devonport game round 1, where I had a really big build up to get myself right. Today was the first time I was coming into a game positive and actually feeling like I was ready to go.
Hamish Leedham, speaking of battles, I thought he battled pretty well in the ruck. A bit of a physical character. What are your thoughts on his form so far this year?
Fantastic. He's got to be pushing for state selection. There's no doubt about that. He was best on ground for us and probably on the ground in a convincing loss last week or 2 weeks ago to Clarence and really beat, I thought, Sam Siggins in that game. And that was another, I guess, tick in his box, and he's come out and done the same thing again today and played really well. And as we expect from Hamish, he competes and fights, and he's a really good tap ruckman as well.
Just going back to the state selection, I thought Roller Kelly Mansell was really unlucky not to be named in the initial squad. He might not be kicking the goals that he was expected or that people were accustomed to him kicking early on, but what did you think of his efforts across half forward today?
Oh, I agree. I think him not being in the squad of 46 is just amazes me. I think we had 3 we're sitting 4th on the ladder with 3. There are multiple sides underneath us with higher numbers of players in the side, so Roller was definitely one that I thought should have at least been in the squad moving forward, and I probably reckon his form from an outsider point of view is the votes he's getting from an MVP point of view is probably in the top 10 of the comp at the moment, and I reckon he's probably polled some umpire votes as well along the way in games and really turned it. The last Southern game we had at Lauderdale, he kicked 3 and had 22 and turned the game for us and really impacted there. And so I think he's a bit stiff not to be in the squad, but that I'm sure drives him and will improve him and make him want to be a better footballer, which in turn helps us at the footy club.
So this win today keeps you in touch with that top 4. You guys, your losses probably pushed you guys under the radar a bit, but given that they've gone to you've gone down to the Roos and to North Launceston, who are both big sides, and also the Roos going down today to Hobart City, does that give you that confidence that you can challenge those sides next time you play and really push for that sort of top 3 position? Yeah,
it's a journey for us. We're a developing football club. I've said it multiple times. I finished second last on the ladder last year, and to be 4-2 after 6 games is a fantastic result for our playing group and our club. I guess I get a bit frustrated at times from an outsider or a media point of view. The games in the first 6 rounds has been we're up and down. We've won 4 and lost 2. We lost 2 to North Launceston, who have been a very good football club for a period of time, and we lost to a second side that have 3 AFL experienced players in there, and obviously went out and beat the premiers last week. So, from that point of view, we don't stress about it internally. However, winning today and playing and being 4-2, I guess from my point of view, really, I guess puts it back on some other people to think about how sides are going and their input on the TSL.
Just having a look at your list, and also the fact that you guys are sitting at 4-2, you've got a good mix of experience and also some really solid young players, Mariners. Do you guys think that if you sort of finish in that top 3 or 4, you guys are a really strong chance for a tilt at the flag this year?
I don't think we're going to put an end point on it. We never went into the season with that. We went in just wanting to focus on some really, I guess, some foundation for our footy club and building on that. In terms of the young players we've got 4 in the Mariners group that have been playing consistently. Outside of that, we've got guys, Jimmy Gillo, who I didn't play this week, and as a coach, it's one of those ones that it really hurt me. He's a fantastic individual and should be in the side, and the next opportunity we get, he will be. So there's another 17-year-old. Miller Hodge played 2 games. Outside of that, Brody Powerfman has had a fantastic season. He's 18 years old.
Yep.
So he's not even 19 yet. Simon Vanderveld played down back. Simon's been playing football for 3 years. He's 18 years old as well. So across the mix, we've probably gone on the radar being old or more experienced. However, I just look at it as a really balanced side, making sure that we're protecting our young kids coming into a senior program.
It's obviously been a really great afternoon for you guys, but obviously in the first quarter there was an incident with Chase Jones that probably put a dampener on the day.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about his injury so far?
Yeah, it's not looking great. The message I've had is in hospital at the moment, looking like he's going to stay in overnight. So with the coaches that weren't playing, I myself have made contact with his family, and one of our board members is at the hospital with him at the moment. So I'd imagine his dad and mum are on the way down from north at the moment. I'm staying down here tonight, so I'll go in and see him if I can, but it's not looking great.
Can you tell us what, I mean, you don't want to speculate, but it looked like a lower leg injury at first. It was really hard to sort of see what happened when he ran into the post.
It's definitely ankle.
Yeah.
It's definitely a significant ankle.